Hello, I am Allison.
And I am Martine, and we are the Salas family. We also have a daughter, Sienna, and a son, Seneca.
We have decided we are going to leave our conventional life in Madison and go for a gap year family sabbatical. Although we both prefer to be behind the scenes, we're going to try to document our experience, both for our own memories, but also so that we can share this with anyone who's interested in taking a family gap year, living abroad, or family travel more generally.
So bear with our budding videography skills, but let's start with the backstory.
For years, we daydreamed of living abroad.
And we love to travel. We had more than a decade of travel before we decided to do this big move.
We started dreaming about this more seriously back in 2015 when we went to Colombia to visit our friends who were living there with their kids for the year, and they were truly living their best lives outside of this great American rat race.
A big shout out to Nancy and Tomas. As Allie had the ability to work remotely, moving abroad became more of a reality. And for anybody thinking of doing something like this, your big starting point is your revenue stream.
Are you going to sell everything, suddenly become an heir? Are you going to have some way to make income while you're on the road? The answer to this is going to dictate your budget and your time. How quickly will you move, and how long can you stay in a particular location? I think most other things you can sort out after that. Now, I have to give Martine the credit for giving us the big push to do this. I mean, what do you do when your love says, let's run away together? Except, this is the grown version because we got kids, a mortgage, some of them student loans.
So once we figured out our budget from Allie's remote work, we decided I would request a leave of absence from my work and homeschool kids. Alternatively, you could quit your job and find something new when you return, but having something to come back to added to our safety net.
And we also decided that we were going to rent out our house instead of selling it, which continued to pay down our mortgage while we were away. And again, this felt like a safe move for us.
Now for the fun part. Where to go?
Okay, this part I can take a little bit more credit for. We decided we would make a bucket list and take a big lap around the globe. Because who knows when we're going to get to do this again. So we got to go big, or big-ish.
So we started by talking about our dream places, if money were no object.
I then put all of those places onto a set of flashcards by continent, and we ranked our combined bucket lists, and I tried to take the top 3 or so places on each continent when pulling together our itinerary. And of course, money is an object, so I did my best to piece together sensible and economic flight paths, which unfortunately removed some of our options for now because, for example, Patagonia is not near anything, so that had to go for now.
We also felt that we didn't have enough time for the places that we had been to in the past, nor our families who live in the northern part of the state. So we built in more time with our families and for the places we had been to before.
Generally, we landed with at least 2 weeks to as much as 1 month in a location, although this might end up being a little bit different where we have long layovers, which we're hoping to make stopovers to ease those really painful travel days.
In terms of lodging, we'll be staying in Airbnbs with a kitchen and a workspace to add a little bit more of a home environment during our travels. In total, it took about 1 year to plan all of this, including the last month of cleaning to get our house ready for rental, donating everything we could, and
throwing everything in the basement, really. I mean, we probably should have taken more than a month for that last part. Poor Martine had to stay a few extra days and work some really long hours to make all of this happen. I'm so sorry.
Day one, I am just leaving my house right now. I'm the only one here. It's 2 in the morning. I finally finished everything. Well, as much as we possibly could. We all helped out and did so much. I mean, there were multiple 14-hour days of projects and cleaning and just organizing, purging, donating, throwing stuff away. It's been a tiresome and exciting week for many reasons. I'm super tired now, but I have to drive about 2 hours or so, and it should be good. It should be good. So this is night one of the journey for this next year. So once we moved out of our house, we spent the first month in northern Wisconsin visiting our families.
We were able to see all of our parents and siblings, including my one out-of-state sister and nephew who were home from California.
Happy birthday, dear Evan. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
We also took a trip to the Apostle Islands on Lake Superior, which are really beautiful, but we never have time to visit because of limited leave time from work.
Sound familiar to anybody?
We also went to both of our community's powwows, which are like homecomings.
So after a month of farewells, we made our way down to Chicago to sell our car and fly to Columbia, where this dream all began.
We'll see you there.